Once the teen heartbreaker of The Outsiders, 1983, now a poised force in prestige dramas, Diane Lane evolved from ingenue to Emmy-nominated anchor. Her hair, once sun-kissed waves, now frames her face in soft layers. She chose quiet depth over noise, becoming an architect of complex female narratives. She strutted through Working Girl, 1988, with ambition in heels. Now, Melanie Griffith lends that fire to activism and recovery advocacy. Her blonde curls have softened, her voice wiser. No longer playing ingenues, she reclaims her story, fighting Hollywood's double standards with candor and compassion. In Labyrinth, 1986, she was fantasy's wide-eyed heroine. Today, Jennifer Connelly pilots blockbusters and speaks fluently in silence. Her transition from raven-haired dreamer to cerebral screen presence reflects a deliberate path, balancing stardom with family and redefining brilliance beyond youth. Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman in Batman Returns, 1992, slinked across pop culture in leather and shadows. Now, with silver-streaked elegance, she commands as a producer and environmental advocate. No longer chasing script, she shapes them, proving reinvention is Hollywood's real superpower. Once the reluctant romantic on screen, now she writes and teaches far from the limelight. Still fierce, just more inward-facing. Her hair, once tousled in studio winds, now flows naturally gray. She turned from blockbuster scripts to indie storytelling, becoming the architect of her own narrative. Like a prism refracting brilliance, Jodie's career shifted from acting icon to acclaimed director. Her short crop has softened, but her intellect sharpens still. Swapping scripts for the director's chair, she redefined success on her terms, championing voices once silenced by the industry. Sequins, stilettos, and syncopation, she danced through the 2000s with Oscar flair. Today, she curates lifestyle brands and embraces family legacy. Her dark waves now echo classic glam with a modern edge. From screen siren to creative entrepreneur, she carries wisdom in her gaze, power in her stride. That red bikini scene once captured pop culture's gaze. Now Phoebe runs a boutique in Manhattan, no less radiant, just entirely her own. Her sleek brunette hair remains, though her passion shifted. She chose quiet strength over manufactured shine, redefining purpose beyond Hollywood lights. As Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 1997, she battled demons on screen and shattered tropes off it. Today, with sunlit strands and producer credits, Sarah Michelle Gellar mentors young talent and runs wellness ventures, proof that slang looks different now. It's about legacy, not limelight. In Tootsie, 1982, Jessica Lange lit up screens with soul and subtlety. Now, with silver curls and stage gravitas, she reclaims space in theater and indie film. No longer confined to ingenue roles, she defies ageist scripts, crafting characters that carry fire in every wrinkle. Before we continue these amazing celebrity transformations, here's a quick challenge for you. Can you subscribe to ThenVsNow Legends in the next 5 seconds? Smash that subscribe button and join us on this journey through time with your favorite stars. From The Breakfast Club, 1985, outsider to respected writing professor, Ally Sheedy traded teen angst for literary impact. Her dark bangs now streaked with wisdom, she champions neurodiverse stories, quietly reshaping Hollywood from the classroom, not the casting room. Dancing through terms of endearment, 1983, Shirley MacLaine stole scenes with grit and grace. At 91, she writes, speaks, and stirs minds with mystical insight. Her white bob mirrors her clarity, less about stardom now, more about soul work and challenging Hollywood's fear of aging. Blood-soaked and trembling, she redefined horror in a prom dress. Now tending gardens and writing memoirs, she finds joy in quiet creation. Her strawberry blonde hair has softened to silver hues. From Oscar-winning powerhouse to rural storyteller, she's chosen reflection over red carpets. Once the mysterious muse of 90s thrillers, now she crafts narratives through humanitarian work. Her cascading brunette hair remains, accented by time's touch. From red carpets to refugee advocacy, she redefined visibility, proving resilience isn't about youth, but owning your story. Flashes popped as she walked Gotham in heels and secrets. Now, Kim lends her voice to animal rights, far from the frenzy. Her golden waves now frame a face of quiet defiance. From Bond girl to activist, she fought industry objectification, building a legacy of courage and conscious change. Like a wildfire with purpose, Jane's legacy blazes from protest lines to streaming screens. Her hair, once feathered and rebellious, now a defiant silver crown. From fitness icon to climate warrior, she never faded. She evolved, becoming a force that taught generations how to fight and rise. From 4 Weddings and a Funeral, 1994, to red carpets with silver curls, Andie MacDowell embraces natural aging with fearless elegance. Once the face of soft-focus romance, now a bold voice for authenticity, she redefined beauty standards without apology, inspiring a new lens on womanhood. She ruled rom-com royalty in Pretty Woman, 1990. Now Julia Roberts chooses layered roles and off-screen advocacy. Her megawatt smile endures, but today it's backed by producing credits and quiet philanthropy, proof that charm, when paired with purpose, only deepens over decades. In Heathers, 1989, she was Gen X rebellion and eyeliner and angst. Now a steady force in Stranger Things, Winona Ryder channels lived experience into complex matriarchs. Her look matured, but her edge remained, showing that resilience, not reinvention, powers a lasting legacy. From Legally Blonde, 2001's Pink Optimism, to producing Emmy-winning dramas, Reese Witherspoon flipped the script, literally. Her hair blonder, her mind sharper, she forged a path for female-led stories, proving intellect and sparkle can share the same frame and change an entire industry. Nobody put baby in a corner, then or now. Jennifer embraced change, from iconic curls to a softer profile that sparked debate. But she reclaimed her narrative, returning to the stage with fearless charm. From teen idol to memoirist, she proves reinvention is rebellion in its most graceful form. Like a soap opera twist, Heather's journey turned from primetime power to personal healing. Her signature blonde hair now reflects experience, not image. Once TV's queen of drama, today she prioritizes wellness and family, an emblem of survival who chose recovery over relentless spotlight. Her smoky voice lit up neo-noir classics, now it commands stages and advocates for disability rights. Kathleen's auburn hair gave way to silver, but her fire never dimmed. After battling chronic illness, she redefined success, choosing truth over illusion and artistry over aesthetic demand. She once screamed through shadows, now she mentors through light. Jamie's cropped gray hair became a symbol of authenticity. From Scream Queen to Oscar winner and mental health champion, she dismantled Hollywood's beauty myths, proving that aging is not retreat, it's radical visibility. From Mermaid Shimmer in Splash, 1984, to climate activism on the front lines, Daryl Hannah swapped red carpets for real causes. Her golden hair now worn loose and natural, she chose protest over premieres, proving that true beauty isn't broadcast, it's lived with conviction and courage. She seduced and startled in American Beauty, 1999. Now Annette Bening commands the screen with political gravitas and quiet power. With cropped silver locks and layered performances, she crafts complex roles, proof that a woman's prime isn't behind her, it's perpetually unfolding. As Rachel Green on Friends, 1994, she launched a haircut and a generation. Today, Jennifer Aniston balances streaming stardom with wellness ventures, trading sitcom sparkle for executive clout. Her legacy? Redefining success beyond age, proving cultural relevance evolves when authenticity leads. She won Hearts and an Oscar in My Cousin Vinny, 1992. Now Marissa Tomei takes on indie gems and mentors new voices. Her dark waves softened, her presence sharper than ever. She built a career on nuance, shifting from ingenue to icon on her own terms. Once she shattered taboos with a single glance, now she writes, paints, and speaks on brain health advocacy. Her iconic blonde bob has softened into textured waves. Sharon turned controversy into commentary, choosing bold truth over roles designed for male gaze, becoming her own cultural reckoning. More than a pop chameleon, she was a cinematic force in the 90s. Now, at 79, she champions humanitarian causes, still clad in fearless style. Her jet black hair now alternates with platinum, a palette as daring as her politics. Cher never conformed. She constructed iconography on her terms. Once the enigmatic muse of European cinema, now she crafts art with intentional distance. Her raven hair, once curled with chaos, now frames a thoughtful calm. She stepped away from constant exposure, choosing curated presence over fame, proving some legacies thrive in deliberate mystery. Like an oak in Hollywood's shifting winds, Meryl has endured, evolved, and led. Her golden curls matured into elegant silver, but her gravitas only deepened. From award stages to UN speeches, she uses her voice not just for roles, but for justice, proof that artistry fuels cultural conscience. She burned through Thelma and Louise, 1991, with wild abandon. Now Susan Sarandon channels that fire into activism and unfiltered truth. Her signature red waves now streaked with purpose, she defies industry norms, proving boldness isn't a phase. It's a lifelong rebellion worth watching. She captivated as the lethal lead in Point of No Return, 1993, then stepped away at her peak. Bridget Fonda traded scripts for motherhood and privacy. Her presence now felt through nostalgia and autonomy, reminding Hollywood that walking away can be the boldest role yet. In Top Gun, 1986, she soared as the brains behind the flight suit. Today, Kelly McGillis lives far from cameras, teaching and embracing sobriety. Her silver hair and serene smile reflect a shift, from icon to individual, choosing authenticity over the glare of the spotlight. As Arwen in The Lord of the Rings, 2001, she whispered immortality into a generation. Now, Liv Tyler balances motherhood and advocacy with indie roles. Her ethereal beauty matured, her choices intentional. She reshaped fantasy into real-world impact, proving legacy outlives mythology. Bowler hats and boldness once defined her. Now she shares life through photography and quiet rebellion. Her silver hair, once tucked beneath quirky brims, is now proudly her own. Diane didn't fade, she expanded, becoming a style icon, producer, and elder stateswoman who rewrote aging on screen. She once chilled audiences with steely charm. Now she cultivates privacy over press. Rebecca's honey blonde hair has deepened with time, echoing her retreat for Hollywood's glare. From thriller queen to selective artist, she chose solitude over spectacle, reframing visibility on her terms. She once raced buses and broke box office records. Now she steps back to raise her children, trading scripts for sanctuary. Her chestnut hair still shines, now cropped for simplicity. Sandra's pivot wasn't retreat, it was redirection, proving legacy is just as much about presence as impact. Raised a fist for workers on screen, now she mentors young storytellers off it. Her dark curls have turned to soft gray, but her resolve has only sharpened. Sally rejected typecasting, fought ageism, and earned reverence, not by conforming, but by elevating what it means to have a voice. Blasting barriers in Alien, 1979, Sigourney Weaver redefined female power. Now she lends that force to climate storytelling and genre-bending roles. Her sleek bob turned silver, her presence undiminished. She remains cinema's high priestess of strength, proving evolution doesn't dim, it deepens. From Blue Lagoon, 1980, as controversial beauty to outspoken mental health advocate, Brooke Shields grew from tabloid muse to cultural critic. Her dark brows now frame a wiser gaze as she reclaims her story. No longer object, but author, reshaping how young women see themselves. She froze hearts in Titanic, 1997. Now Kate Winslet commands gritty dramas and challenges beauty norms. Her strawberry blonde hair softened, her voice louder. She resists digital airbrushing and demands authenticity, proving that truth, not polish, earns its place on the world stage. In Moulin Rouge, 2001, she shimmered under red velvet and spotlight. Today Nicole Kidman produces boundary-pushing TV and takes risks few stars dare. Her porcelain glow remains, but her impact now runs deeper, shaping narratives from behind the scenes with visionary intent. She once mastered fractured souls on screen. Now she crafts layered characters from behind the camera. Jennifer's once razor-edged bob now softens with natural grace. She shifted from cult fame to indie auteur, fighting typecasting by creating space for complexity in a youth-driven industry. From screwball brilliance to global wellness advocate, Goldie radiates purpose. Her signature blonde locks are now looser, silver-streaked symbols of choice. She founded Mind UP, prioritizing emotional health for kids, proving her impact isn't just laughter, but legacy rooted in compassion. Once the ethereal face of European cinema, now she lives quietly, rarely appearing, by intention, not obscurity. Her flowing dark hair now reflects her age with serenity. Nastasia turned inward, choosing family and self over fame, leaving behind a hauntingly beautiful, fiercely self-authored trail. She time-traveled on screen. Now she directs with precision behind it. Lee's auburn hair, once curled in 50s fantasy, now falls in modern waves. From teen dream to filmmaker, she redefined her trajectory, empowering women in TV production and proving creative control isn't bound by youth. As Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family, 1991, Christina Ricci defined dark wit for a generation. Now, with jet black bob and layered roles in prestige TV, she's no longer a gothic prodigy, but a storytelling force, blending vulnerability and edge with fierce creative control. She screamed through I Know What You Did Last Summer, 1997. Now Jennifer Love Hewitt brings heart to television while raising a family off-screen. Her honeyed locks now frame a grounded presence, proving stardom's second act can be softer, wiser, and entirely self-defined. With razor-sharp wit in Moonlighting, 1985, Sybil Shepherd blurred beauty and brains. Now, silver curls and stage candor reveal a woman who battled sexism with sass. She stepped back on her own terms, still a disruptor, just off the soundstage and behind the scenes. She soared in A League of Their Own, 1992. Today, Geena Davis champions inclusion through her Media Institute. Her athletic poise gave way to policy-shifting power, proving that true impact isn't measured in roles played, but in doors opened for those still rising. She once belted heartbreak across stages and screens. Now she uplifts communities through environmental advocacy. Betty's fiery red curls are lighter now, but her presence burns just as bright. From Broadway to activism, she spent decades proving that performance can also mean purpose. Rom-com royalty in the 90s, now she directs with quiet confidence behind the lens. Her tousled blonde hair has softened, but her vision sharpened. Meg stepped back from stardom by design, trading box office buzz for creative authorship, choosing introspection over industry illusion. Witty, bookish, unforgettable, Diane set the bar for sitcom smarts. Today, Shelley lives out of the spotlight, her once feathered hair now a soft silver. She turned away from fast fame, favoring depth over demand. Her legacy? Elevating the sitcom heroine into a figure of complexity and wit. Like a fine vintage, her career matured with bold, deliberate notes. Virginia's golden hair now carries streaks of silver, but her passion deepens. She moved from muse to producer, advocating for women over 40 in film, redefining visibility and proving midlife isn't a lull, it's a crescendo. She mesmerized as Lara Croft Tomb Raider 2001, but Angelina Jolie's true legacy emerged beyond the screen. UN ambassador, director, and mother. Her once jet black mane now pulled back with purpose. She shifted from icon to advocate, proving that power is most potent when shared. She ran from masked killers in Scream, 1996, and became a quiet force in television after. Neve Campbell's soft features matured into grounded grace, choosing family and complex characters over constant fame. An actress who redefined strength as saying no to what no longer fits. With feathered hair and fierce charm in Charlie's Angels, 1976, Farrah Fawcett became a pop culture phenomenon. In later years, she turned to raw, brave storytelling, documenting her cancer battle with honesty. Even in passing, she challenged Hollywood's gaze, demanding dignity over spectacle. As the face of teen angst in 16 Candles, 1984, Molly Ringwald captured the Gen X coming of age. Now a novelist and cultural essayist, she critiques the very films that built her fame, her red curls now symbolic of reflection, not rebellion, as she shapes discourse over drama. She once embodied cybernoir mystique. Now she crafts indie films with raw defiance. Sean's iconic dark bob now flows with streaks of gray, unapologetically her own. After challenging Hollywood's power structures, she became a symbol of resilience, refusing erasure in favor of self-authored truth. She held her own beside Nicholson, then turned the lens on stories that matter. Helen's sun-kissed blonde hair now carries quiet streaks of time. From Oscar-winning roles to directing socially conscious films, she redefined influence, proving substance will always outshine celebrity. Once Hollywood's highest-paid actress, now she balances producing with advocacy work. Her signature raven hair remains, now accented with silver. Demi challenged ageist norms by returning on her terms, choosing complex roles and mental health activism over the glamour machine she once ruled. She won an Oscar in a pink gown. Now she helms a wellness empire with calculated intent. Gwyneth's golden hair, once styled for red carpets, now suits boardrooms and wellness retreats. From screen darling to lifestyle mogul, she architected her evolution, controversial, intentional, undeniably hers. She was Jenny in Forrest Gump, 1994. Decades later, Robin Wright ruled House of Cards with ice-cold precision. Her golden waves now cropped and commanding, she shifted from muse to maker, directing with quiet fire and proving evolution is the ultimate form of power. A commanding presence in Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979, Jane Alexander now champions the arts through activism and mentorship. Her white hair and calm gaze embody decades of resistance, proof that storytelling isn't youth-bound, but soul-bound, especially when wielded by a master. In The Piano in 1993, she spoke volumes without a word. Now Holly Hunter continues to wield silence and intensity with unmatched control. Her southern fire endures beneath silver-tinged curls as she mentors rising talent, an artist who's always chosen substance over spectacle. She lit up There's Something About Mary 1998 with electric charm, then walked away. Cameron Diaz now authors wellness books and embraces family life. Her trademark grin's softer, no less radiant. She redefined exit as empowerment, choosing presence over performance without looking back. She once stormed the screen in a blaze of bullets and beauty. Now she commands studios as both actress and producer. Salma's dark waves remain, now laced with silver. From Latin breakout to Hollywood power player, she shattered stereotypes and championed equity, not just visibility. As if she once defined teen chic, now she raises awareness on sustainability and parenting. Alicia's golden locks, once curled for fashion shoots, now fall naturally. From cult icon to ethical advocate, she chose conscious living over fast fame, inspiring new generations with purpose. From cleaning compulsions to comedy queen, she ruled 90s sitcoms. Today, Courtney directs with precision and produces from the sidelines. Her sleek black hair remains, touched now by subtle gray. She evolved from ensemble fame to behind-the-scenes force, crafting content with quiet control. She redefined action heroines with grit and guns. Now she lives off-grid, embracing a life free from Hollywood's glare. Linda's once feathered blonde hair is now cropped and natural. She returned on her terms, proving that strength isn't a phase. It's a philosophy carried well beyond the screen. Once the girl next door in Adventures in Babysitting, 1987, Elizabeth Shue now embraces life far from blockbuster chaos. Her hair evolution from sun-kissed blonde to soft brunette mirrors her shift, screen sweetheart to architect of her own narrative, producing indie films and championing education equity. Like a vintage film reel, Uma Thurman's iconic blade-wielding Kill Bill 2003 silhouette has softened into a fierce advocate stance. From platinum flicks to relaxed waves, she chose quiet strength over manufactured shine, fighting Hollywood's double standards and mentoring young women on owning their power. Remember her wide-eyed charm in E.T. 1982? Decades later, Drew Barrymore's hair evolution from wild curls to casual chic reflects her journey, child star turned powerhouse producer. She redefined success on her terms, choosing mental health advocacy and unfiltered honesty over hollow fame's illusions. Once the electrifying Storm in X-Men 2000, Halle Berry now directs storms of change off-screen. Her cropped pixie has given way to natural curls, symbolizing her bold pivot. Oscar winner to vocal fighter for equal pay and ageism in Hollywood, proving true legacy means rewriting the rules herself. Once dazzling and bedazzled 2000, Elizabeth Hurley now cultivates life beyond red carpets. Her hair evolution from glossy chestnut to sunlit waves echoes her shift, screen siren to architect of her own narrative, building a swimwear empire and using her platform to raise awareness for breast cancer research. Like an old-world painting, Monica Bellucci's presence in Melina, 2000, enchanted millions. Now she carries wisdom in her gaze, power in her stride. Her dark tresses, once cascading over couture gowns, now frame a woman who chose art house films over blockbusters, redefining beauty for Gen X and beyond. Remember her unforgettable role as Kelly Van Ryan in Wild Things, 1998? Today, Denise Richards' hair evolution from bombshell blonde to warm caramel reflects her pivot, Hollywood starlet to reality TV producer, using her platform to champion body positivity and fight tabloid culture's harsh double standards. Once America's teen crush is Kelly Kapowski in Saved by the Bell, 1989, Tiffany Thiessen now nourishes new chapters away from studio lights. Her hair evolution from glossy brunette to sun-kissed waves reflects her shift, sitcom sweetheart to cookbook author and sustainability advocate, redefining domestic cool. Like a forgotten fairy tale, Mia Sara's charm in legend lingers softly today. Her raven hair, now sprinkled with silver strands, speaks of her evolution, fantasy muse to devoted writer and private creative. She chose quiet strength over manufactured shine, inspiring Gen X dreamers to craft life off-screen. ThenVsNow Legends is feeling a bit lonely. 99% of you haven't subscribed yet. Show us some love and hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you the jaw-dropping journeys of your favorite stars. And if you're as fascinated by then and now glow-ups as we are, check out our previous videos. Trust us, they're totally worth your time and ours too.